how with our hair, it responds to everything that we go through, right? And stress is one of the main things that happen that can affect the hair in such a way that no product, no solution, no chemical mixture in the beauty supply store or any manufacturer can help you with. Hey, welcome to the Bajo channel. Welcome to another video. We are here to promote self-care, beauty, wellness, and any and everything that'll help you to become a better version or a more empowered version of who you already are. So today, I want to talk about the hair, our hair, and how with our hair, it responds to everything that we go through, right? And stress is one of the main things that happen that can affect the hair in such a way that no product, no solution, no chemical mixture in the beauty supply store or any manufacturer can help you with. Because stress will break your hair down. Stress will cause you to lose your hair. Stress will make your hair just start breaking, shedding, being dry, like just going through this weird phase where it's hard for you to handle it. So I want to speak to you about how you can identify when this is happening to you and some of the things that you can do to kind of start, curtailing the effect that it's having on your hair. Because, nobody wants their hair falling out. No one wants their hair breaking. No one wants to have bald spots coming through their hair just because of stress. And I want to explain to you a little bit how this happens. And I'm speaking about it strictly about hair, but it really connects to every part of our body. But I'm going to stay on the portion of the hair. So when you are stressed, your body releases cortisol. Now, cortisol is not bad in and of itself because cortisol helps us to do a lot of great things. Like it helps us to regulate our metabolism, our blood sugar, our blood pressure. Cortisol does a lot of things. It's a hormone that's released. However, cortisol is also a hormone that's released when you are stressed. It comes from your adrenal gland. It's released when we are stressed. Now, our bodies are not designed to hold stress for long periods of time. Our body is designed to go through this period or this mechanism called fight or flight. So basically what that means is when you're stressed, your body, your brain decides if you want to fight or flight the stress. Meaning, is this stress something that I can overtake? And you fight it, or what you do to have to eliminate that stress. And sometimes the stress that you are being caused or you are under, your brain, your body tells you to flight, like run away from it. And we can't, this particular system that we're in, the fight or flight, when we're under stress, is not designed to stay around long term. It's not designed like that. It is supposed to be a short term response, fight or flight. Short term can be, it could be different for everybody, but it's not supposed to be something that we just live with perpetually. So a lot of times we kind of hold on, we freeze in this kind of stress mechanism, and it just lingers and it's just there. And so because we're not designed to handle stress in that way, our bodies begin to respond to it. Now I'm speaking just strictly about our hair. Our hair begins to fall and break and become dry and brittle and shedding, and you're getting little alopecia spots sometimes because of this long-term stress that our body hasn't had the capability to deal with or process. And so when it comes to your hair, right, we have to make a decision of what it is that we are doing with our life, with our decisions, with our stress. Because if this is the case, if stress is making your hair completely fall out, simply because it's hard for you to deal with the stress, or maybe you don't even know what to do with it, you have to learn how to manage your stress. The idea is that it's not meant for you to hold. It's not meant for you to hold. We hold it because sometimes we don't know what to do. We hold it maybe because we're upset. We hold it because we have anxiety or whatever the case may be. But stress is that hormone response, fight or flight, comes for you to either you're going to deal with it and get rid of it, or you're going to run away from it and get rid of it. But the whole idea is that it has to go. Your body cannot process stress for a long time. It cannot. And I'm only speaking about the hair, but stress breaks the entire body down. I remember one time I went to my doctor, and I don't know, I was going through something. I can't remember what did I have, like some type of congestion? I don't even remember what it was. But he did a full panel scale on me, blood work, everything, whatever. And he came back to me. He said, nothing is wrong with you. He said, you're stressed. He said, this is your body responding to that stress. It's no medicine I can give you. I'm going to need you to start taking it easy, meditating. He started giving me these different things to do. And I did it. And I did feel better. One time I had a pain I had like a headache. I couldn't and I'm a person, I don't really get headaches. So it was like a headache it was like a pain in my head. Like, what is going on? Again, stress. So when it comes to our hair, you know what I mean? We buy all of these expensive products, great products, but they're not going to work when you're under long-term stress. So I'm going to give you some ideas and some suggestions of how to even deal with the stress to kind of get your hair back on track. One of the first things you can do is in terms of like just kind of alleviating stress. One is make sure you're getting enough rest and sleep. When your body cannot even sleep and recharge, it's the same thing that happens to our phone, our computer devices, or anything that requires recharging. It's gonna conk out. And when we don't get enough rest, it holds on to that stress. Like, it's like your body is never able to even sleep and recharge and kind of process whatever is going on. Another thing that we can do is to get physical exercise. Become more active, because what happens when you exercise regularly, or when you just become more physically active, your body releases another hormone, these endorphins, that allow us to kind of process stress in a different way. You know what I mean? Like when you are active and you're exercising and your body is being worked, because the body is supposed to always be in motion anyway. So when the body is in motion, you have like a different processing to stress that you're going through. I know for me, when I work out, I leave my gym, I'm always like in a better mood. A lot of times I'm just flat out happy and I'm giddy. I don't even know why, but I guess those endorphins got me feeling away, and I love it. And so now when stress comes to me, a lot of times I'm in flight mode. Because at this point, A lot of things that come to us in the form of stress and just wanting to bog us down, it's not even worth it. It's not even worth the contemplation a lot of times. Some things come, we have to handle it, and it's inevitable. But a lot of things, we don't even have to deal with. We can flight. Goodbye. Bye-bye. And especially if my hair is falling and I'm losing my hairline, I'm losing the sides of my hair, I'm styling my hair, my styles are not lasting because it's dry, it's brittle, and I'm putting the best products in. I'm getting the best treatments available, and it's still nothing. The stress. So physical exercise is amazing. Getting rest. Also, meditating. Taking time out. Every time I say meditating, I know the image of a person sitting in the floor with their legs crossed comes to your mind. Okay, that is a form of meditation. But sometimes meditation is just having a seat, right? And just resting your mind. Your mind is never completely at rest, though. It's always things that's kind of coming in and out of our mind. And that's just the nature of our mind. But you don't have to engage in every thought that passes. And the idea when you're meditating is even as the thoughts come in and out of your mind, they cruise in, they go out, you let them pass. You let them pass. You see it. You don't have to place judgment on it. You don't have to even mentally comment on those things. I'll sit down and I'll begin to meditate, and I'm telling you, everything comes up. What I got to do today. I got to do this for my kid. I got to do this for work. I got to go pick up something from the store. And I'm just letting these things just roll by, but I'm just sitting. But I'm not engaging in them. You know what I mean? Like, they're just passing. They're like floating. They're just coming in and out. And after a while, it'll start to settle down. And you'll have this stream of like just kind of nothingness. If that's a thing, it's like this clarity. And it happens when you regularly do this. You have to regularly, whether it's 3 minutes, 5 minutes every morning, 5 minutes every night. I meditate best in the morning because at nighttime, I'm so sleepy and I'm so zonked. By the time I start meditating, I wake up in the morning time, I'm asleep. So you have to find the best time that works for you. But just to know that when it comes to your hair, you know, it does matter. It matters that we're trying to maintain our look and our appearance. And your hair is a major, major, major thing. Major. A hairstyle can change your whole attitude, your whole mood, how you feel about having a great hairstyle can actually help you deal with stress better. I promise you. I have done clients, they come in one mood. By the time they get their hair done, they are smiling, kikiing, happy, because when you look better, you feeling better. And it's no reason for your hair to be falling and dropping. And I mean, we have medical things that's going on with us. That's different. I'm just talking about stress. Stress that you can deal with. Stress that you can fight or flight. And the reason it's saying fight or flight because it's saying handle that. That's the hormone that cortisol. It comes for you to deal with. Like what we're doing. And when you let these things just prolong, just sit there, they're just there. They're just there. And we just going through it. Your body has this reaction. And one of the reactions is that our hair falls out. And our hair just goes into its own little thing. And for me, I've been a cosmetologist for a very, very long time. Over 30 years, I've been a cosmetologist. And I realized that when you look at your hair and you see the things that your hair is going through, that also is telling to what else is going on with you. The hair is an extension of what's going on within you. I pay attention to the hair. You can see some doctors can look at your hair. They can, it's certain ways that they can look at your hair, they look at your scalp, and it connects to everything else that's going on in your body. So I am just here to encourage you to learn how to, let me not even say learn how to, because that's a big statement. Make a decision that you're going to start to identify these things that's causing you long-term stress and begin to practice managing it. Because it's easy to say, oh, just learn how to deal with that stress, like get rid of that stress. Sometimes it's not that easy, and I know. But I know what we can do. You can make a decision that says, I'm not doing this. This, I'm not doing. And it's really that simple. It may not change that day, but you can make a decision in the moment and say, I'm not doing this anymore. Because here's the thing. If your hair is falling out and your hair is having issues because of your stress, more times than not, your body is also, other things in your body is going haywire. And if they're not, they're soon to be. And is what stress in this world is worth me watching my body decay and go into these phases of like just unrest that I can't even control. What is going on in my life? What is happening that I'm allowing it to just kind of like consume me? And you really can make a decision. I don't want this. I know I have. I'm not doing this. Certain things, I'm just like, that ain't happening. And I begin to practice my meditation. I make sure I'm exercising. I make sure that I'm taking time for myself. And when I'm meditating, also, I'm practicing good thoughts. I'm breathing in happiness, joy, and peace and goodness. And I'm breathing out any type of toxicity, stress, anything. This is not even, this helps you with your hair, but it helps you with your entire body, your entire system. You have to make a decision. This ain't worth it. Because if my hair's falling out, right? What is happening inside of me that my hair is falling out? What stress? What is even worth it? Seriously, like what is this? Because even at the core, and I'm not going to belabor this, but I get emotional sometimes when things like this, because a lot of things that we stress about, I stress about. At the end of the day, when it's all said and done, it's like it's nothing. Some things I can't control. I could not control certain things happening in my life. I couldn't control it. But I took years and stressed over it and never had control over it. So after that, I came to a decision. If I can't control it, I have to release this thing. And you know, I always tell you, I release my things to God. I release that. God, you got to take this from me. The Bible says, cast your cares upon him. I can't. Because you have to realize I can't deal with this. This is bigger than me. This is bigger than the system in me that I have to even function. I can't. You throw your hands up and you begin to make the decision to say, hey, this I can deal with. That I cannot deal with. And that's the issue too. A lot of times we think we can deal with everything. You think you want to deal with this. You putting out fires for everybody. You put this fire out for this person. You put this fire out here. You doing this. You doing that. A lot of times the stress we causing on ourselves. You want to handle this. You handle this, and you handle it, and you overwhelmed. You overwhelmed, and you do this day by day by day. Your fight and flight response come, and it's completely ignored because you holding on to it. And now our hair's dropping, and we feeling away. Come on. Let's get our hair back in order. Let's focus on how we're feeling and deal with our stuff. That's it. Deal with our stuff. Because stress will make your hair fall to the floor. To the floor. Every time you comb your hair, you get a whole brush full of hair. Comb full of hair. You laying on your bed, your pillow is full of hair. You styling your hair, it's this way and that way. It has no type of control. It's out of order. Stress. Know what you can deal with and know what you cannot deal with. Our body has fight or flight. Let's make it happen. Thank you for joining us for this video. I appreciate you. I know I went in a little bit, but I get emotional with stuff like this because I've been through it so many times. And when you look back, I'm like, why did I even do that? Why? How? But I've learned. And I want to share with you as well. Like, a lot of stuff is not even worth it. So thank you for joining us for this video. Remember that self-care is the best care. Thank you for joining us for this Bajo video. Later.